So we're a Finta company. We're an acquirer, meaning that we service exclusively e-commerce businesses, and we provide sophisticated platform for payment processing, whatever the payments they may be.
So if I'm running a business and I want to survive, what do I focus on?
So the biggest, let's say, challenge for these type of businesses is still and will be how to convert the client, and then when the client is converted, how to make sure that the cart is not abandoned and basically at the time of the purchase.
So what does that mean? Like, so where does the cart abandonment come from? What's the driving force behind it?
Right. So there's several things. So maybe the platform is not really accessible. Maybe there's some issues, with usability. But there's also a very big part where the client don't see the available payment method that they recognize, especially which is very valid for countries that are underdeveloped. That would lead to cart abandonment because they cannot pay, simply cannot pay.
Well, so can you give me some examples in terms of, you mentioned underdeveloped regions,
right,
where they don't recognize a payment method.
Right. So there's, I think, two biggest ones would be Latin America and basically Asia. So in Latin America, for example, if you look in Brazil, their main, let's say, payment method is boleto. So for example, if a retailer or any other online business does not provide this payment option for their users, they will just simply not be able to pay. Mm-hmm. So it's very important that for the business to have and to know their market where they're working and to provide all possible payment solutions for that region, because otherwise the conversion of the client will not mean anything if they cannot actually get them to pay. Mm. What I would like to actually give a guidance in terms for businesses who are looking to expand globally is to really focus and to look for a provider who can basically give them the full sophisticated platform in terms of support of any country that they want to target. What we do at CardPay, we have basically one API, one integration system where we basically have all of the alternative payment methods available for all of the regions. So that means that when the client wants to go somewhere, they already have a platform ready with all of these solutions. And for any business that is planning an expansion, I think it's very important to look at that. Also, there's language issues. So again, the payment platform should be equipped for language support, for different kind of language support. There's a lot of sort of things that come into play for the success of the business in that particular region.
So say I am a travel agent that's trying to sell, I'm trying to sell package holidays that are on the internet.
Right.
And I want to be able to sell what's cheap. I'm participating in simple arbitrage in the sense that I'm getting these package deals in Europe or in East Asia, right, or wherever, and I'm trying to sell them to somebody else.
Right.
What's your advice for me processing payments? Because some of them might come from, US, some of them might come from Australia, some of them might come from China, some of them might come from Brazil. Right. I don't know where my customer lives, right, because my business is entirely global.
Right. Okay, so at CardPay we actually have, because in general, we need to divide the payments sort of in alternative payment methods and in card payment methods, right? Card payment methods are still very important, so that's why at CardPay we are still acquiring, obviously, Visa, MasterCard, JCB, UnionPay, all of the transactions. By the way, JCB and UnionPay are Asian card schemes, which basically cover also that region. But besides that, so card acquiring, of course, is important because it's one of the things that the merchant should think about. That because will be, I would say, 45% of their sales will be through cards still. Now, the rest of the payments should be focused on alternative payment methods, and at CardPay we provide over 300 of those. So meaning that if you're an agent and you're selling, your book, your package holidays anywhere in the world, whether it would be B2B or you're doing it for the clients, you would be able, with the help of card acquiring and alternative payment methods, you would be able to accept payments pretty much anywhere, whether it would be China, Japan, Brazil, or anywhere else. So you need to sort of look for a wholesome platform which gives you one connection, which we do at CardPay as well, one connection, one integration, one contract, and then you don't have to worry about all of the next steps. And I think this is sort of the key selling point for us also at CardPay, is that we don't want our clients to think about anything else, right? So when they are with us, they have all of the possible solutions. And if there is something that we haven't thought about, and if there's something that is coming up, we are adding these payment options basically as we go along. So even now we have a huge huge actually list of alternative payment methods that are still in process of being added to production.